Are you sick and tired at the lack of growth? If this is you, let me tell you, this video is going to change your life because I'm going to share a very simple framework that in business is collectively responsible for generating millions of dollars in our portfolio companies and the clients that we help, but in thy personal growth is also allowed myself and our clients to really reach new heights consistently. So this stuff works. And let me tell you, if you apply it, there's just no way you do not see the growth you seek. Let's get to it.
I am the CEO and founder of Selfmastered, which is a high-performance training company. We help entrepreneurs and business leaders scale their businesses by teaching them 8 core high-performance skills that allow them to operate at peak potential when managing their businesses.
Now, before we dive deep into the video, remember to like and subscribe so you never miss any of the juicy videos that we publish every week to help you scale yourself and scale your business. So today I want to talk about making things happen, about performance and execution, because it doesn't really matter how brilliant your ideas are if you are unable to consistently execute on them. And success in business boils down to execution. It's not about having a videographer chasing your tail around infinite events and flooding of content to social networks. It's not about fundraising and getting hundreds of millions of dollars. If you do not know what to do with your business, and more importantly, you do not do it consistently, you will not achieve the success you envision. It is as simple as that. So the following framework, it's all about making things happen. It's all about elevating your performance and working very hard only on the things that deserve it. It's about only doing the things that need to be done. And the framework that we use is called the POKIP framework. POKIP stands for Path, Objectives, Key Results, Initiatives, and Projects. And if you're familiar with project management, it's a modification of the prototypical OKR framework and also has elements of Agile. So this is a new iteration of some of the best practices with the project management world that I developed 5 or 6 years ago and I've been using ever since. Step number 1, path, is about finding the appropriate bottleneck. See, all systems will grow until the level of their bottleneck. So if you want to grow yourself or grow your business, you need to understand exactly what's the bottleneck that's preventing you from growing. If your business is stagnant, you need to understand if you have a product problem, a marketing problem, a sales problem, an operation problem, and really dig deep until you get to the root cause. See, most people are always treating symptoms and not the root cause of the problem. And if you want to survive in business, you need to find the root cause of your problem. So the first thing you need to know is understand what is the critical path that you should follow in order to growth, because that's what's going to eliminate the current bottleneck that is holding you down. Oftentimes it's a marketing problem. You don't have enough leads that you can convert into clients. Sometimes it's a sales problem. You have enough leads, but you are not able to transform them into clients because your sales skills are just not good enough. But oftentimes it's a personal performance problem. You have enough leads, you have enough sales skill, but you just cannot summon the courage to do it. Or you have a faulty belief system. You believe that just not worth it, and you have a nagging self-doubt that prevents you from really getting those clients. Whatever it is, you have a bottleneck currently in your performance and your business performance. So find it, because without knowing exactly what we should be working on, it is very hard to drive progress. The second step is create an objective that will solve that problem in a definite way. It's all about fixing the problems and fixing them forever, or for as long as we can. Because if we want to graduate into a whole new level, we need to make sure that the limits of the system do not collapse. In other words, that we do not solve something that after a couple of weeks, then we just need to redo it again, right? So let's say that in the previous example, your problem really has to do with a lack of sales skills, for instance. Well, you have a personal development problem because you do not have skills to the level that you should have if you aim to convert as many leads into clients as possible. So what you would be working on the personal front is, how can I become very good at sales in the next 3 months? But if your business has a marketing problem because you have the marketing skills, but you just haven't found a channel that is actually profitable, well, then you need to learn how to market in whatever channel you choose. As you see, each skill and each system that you build in order to grow yourself within your business and grow your business is to stack one on top of the other. So everything needs to be working concurrently. That's step number 2. What is the objective? What is the thing that if solved will make everything else easier? In the previous example was learning sales. If leads are coming in but clients are not showing up, it's because your sales are not where they should be. So in this case will be become a master salesman in 3 months. And how do I know that I'm a master salesman? Because that's when we get into it. Step number 3, we have key results that actually illuminate this objective. If I say I want to become a master salesman, but I do not define what a salesman is and what does master salesmanship mean, then I'm in the dark. I need to be precise. I need to give data to that objective. And in my case will be close 60% of all calls on cold traffic, for instance. People that do not know who I am, but they suspect that I have the solution to the problems, I should be able to close 60%. That's a very precise metric that I can use to gauge whether I'm good or not good at sales. Then step number 4 is initiatives, and step number 5 is project. And here we differentiate very clearly between those initiatives that happen recurrently, so things that I need to be working with frequency, things that are never ending, and then projects, which are one-off efforts that once they get completed, I don't need to work on them anymore. So an example of a good initiative will be review all sales calls and get professional feedback on my performance in the sales calls, for instance. That is an initiative because I say that I need to do that weekly. That's a recurrent, that's a frequency that I need to honor if I want to fulfill that initiative. And that is going to inevitably make me better. But what is an example of a project? Well, a project will be, let's say that I want to get more training on sales. Well, buying or purchasing a course or a mentorship and actually doing it, going through the sales program in order to hone my skills would be an example of a project. Once I have gone through the program, I would have finished that project. I don't need to come back to it again if I don't want to, right? So initiatives are recurring in nature. Watching my sales call and getting feedback every week, and projects are one-off engagement. I go through the program just once in order to learn. And this is how you map out your progress, both on the personal and the professional fronts. First, what is the path? What is the critical path that you need to follow? Because once you know it, you understand the bottleneck that is holding you down. Then 2, what is the objective that if solved, if attained, will solve the problems, will fix the bottleneck and will help you play at a higher level? Then what are the key results? What are the key results that actually define that objective has been conquered? Remember the example. Remember that I had a sales bottleneck in this example, so I decided to create a sales objective with clearly defined key results, which is having we said 60% on cold traffic. That's a very specific key result. And then for the initiatives and for the projects, I decided to get professional help to review my calls every single week and also purchase a course or a mentorship and go through it at least once. That's how you turn problems into opportunities. That's how you solve the bottlenecks within the system of you and the system of your business to graduate to a new playing field. This is extremely powerful and it couldn't be simpler. It's only 5 things. What's the path? What's the objective? What are key results? What are the initiatives? And what is the projects? If you do this across all facets of your life, let me tell you, you are going to experience massive progress. That's what we teach. That's what we help people, fantastic people do, and they have had results in the millions. So don't sit on this advice. Think about what you just watched and start operating your life from that perspective, that all problems can become opportunities if we create the necessary execution frameworks that allow us to do so. Please let me know in the comments if this was useful. If there's any doubt about how you apply the POKI model, and of course, I'm always an email away in case you want to know more about what we do and who we help and what are the results that we are able to guarantee. See you in the next video.